Is there more room for downside, or are we reversing right now? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you're here. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader, and I'm here to help you understand this market from an Elliott Wave perspective. We do it every day. Look at the waves, try to forecast where price might be going, looking for trade setups along the way. So we got a big trade setting up here very shortly. We've had some volatility this morning to the upside, but what is that? Is that a fake out, or is it just or is it a reversal pattern here? So let's take a look at that. Now, a couple things before we get going. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is intended to be educational only, and a representation of my opinion of the market. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm showing you how I'm spending mine. Okay. That being said, I also want to invite you over to the Litecoin swing trading community. Had a great conversation with traders this morning of all levels, looking at trying to figure out what's going on with this market. So join us there on Facebook. It's Litecoin swing trading community as well. If you want to, if you're learning to trade in this market and you want some more one-on-one attention. You might join my Patreon group. We've just gotten that going. I haven't. We're in the beta version of what that's providing. So any of my Patreons should get a link to my Telegram. My private Telegram group is where I offer charts upon request, as well as share my trades and what I'm looking at in the market on a daily basis. Okay, if you'd like to join me there, check out my Patreon link as well, and you'll receive an email confirmation from me. Follow your joining there. All right, that being said, let's jump in. Let's look at Litecoin and take a peek at what's going on here. We need to look at Bitcoin as well because she's really still dominant, but certainly Litecoin made a bigger move than Bitcoin has made today, and we want to figure out what's going on. All right, so what's happening? Just looking at this, just looking at this. Let me go out here. I don't know how that somehow my trend line got changed there. I need to alter that guy right here. There we go. We have a juicy target right down here to this trend line off these 2 points right here. Actually have 3 touches, 1, 2, 3 right there, looking like it still needs to finish to the downside. That's what I called yesterday. I'm still calling that today, even though we've had an upside. I did mention yesterday that we could have another upside attempt, though it wasn't looking like it yesterday, but man, she reversed like on a dime today. Even took me by surprise in the way she formed it. But still part of an ABC pattern here. Don't think it's reversal quite yet. Although it could be, this could be finished. This wave could be finished. This could be part of a larger wave. The only problem I see here is that this just doesn't look like an impulse. An impulse. This looks corrective. That looks like a corrective shape. Impulses generally look like this right here. Let's go over here and look at some other impulses as well. Here's an impulse. Okay, these are impulsive waves right here. Okay, you can see 5 clear waves delineated there. Here, you just got this upside move followed by 3. It just looks very small. Looks very corrective. Looks like we need to still come down to the downside. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm still calling for. Let's see if the Elliott waves suggest that as well in Litecoin. Going down to the 1 hour. This wave doesn't measure right. It measures. It actually measures impulsively rather than correctively. This right here, I've interpreted it in some ways when I look at it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extended 5th wave. We've had basically a corrective wave. We have not broken the top here. We've double topped it, but we haven't broken it. If we break it, this is not impulsive at all. This is all corrective. We would be looking at potentially an A, B, C. Could be a flat correction. In fact, it's very close to a flat correction as well. Yeah, it did come down 90%, so we would be looking at a flat correction. That correction could come all the way up in this region, about $80 to $81 using the fibs. Okay, let me put the fibs on that and show you where that's looking like here. Still have a potential to get up here to 78.48 and $80.46. That's what the fibs are showing. 78.48 to 80.41. Let's look at this wave and see if there's any more room for it to go, or does it look complete? Let's take a peek at it. Going to the 15-minute chart here. I would say that I've got the fibs here on this move here. If we break 74.87, a good chance we're going to continue heading down if we break 74.87. As actually, that's not correct. Sorry about that. Fibs are in the wrong place. Let's try that again. If we're counting 5 waves to the upside in this C wave, we should be looking at well, 1, 2, 3, making the 4. Generally comes to the 382 or the 50%, and then going up for 5. That'll be the 5th wave. So sorry about that, everybody. So looking at this a little closer, you can see we've got 3 waves to the downside, A, B, C. At least that's the way I'm interpreting it right now. Putting the fibs on extension on that, see if there's any confluence in the fibs. 1-to-1 extension is at 75.70 right here with the 382. 1276 is right here with the 0.5. So anywhere from between 75 to 75.70 is what we're looking for. It's actually kind of coming down to that region right now. So if we break that 75 region and go on down to 74.36, that's probably our last ditch here for an ABC. But most likely we would be coming to the downside, and this would be complete. Looking like we got one more push to the high. That high could be 78 to 80 to 81 in that ballpark. So that's what we're looking at for a continuation pattern. Okay, so mainly what I'm looking for is an up move up here to one more possible push to the upside is what I'm thinking here. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That would finish out the C wave, and basically we would have an A, a B, and a C like that in a flat correction. So with that being said, after that I would expect one more push down to one more 5 wave push down here to about $64, $65. I'm still looking at that target as a potential bottom of this wave. Now, what if we don't get that? What if I'm wrong and we don't get that? Well, we're going to be invalidated like this. This is going to be a 1 wave followed by a 2 wave. Let me show you where it would be invalidated to the upside. Upside invalidation would be a price coming up here to $84, roughly $84. If we reach $84, then we have an upside confirmation. Okay, as long as we close past $84. That would be a 1, 2, 3 wave. We'd come back for a 4 and go up for 5. Then we'd be coming back down. So anyway, that's what we're looking for confirmation of an upside move. There will be a pullback later, so don't freak out. There'll be time to get in, but we need to wait for confirmation here. All right, let's look at BTC and see what we can see there as well. Just again, looking at this, remember yesterday I said that this is looking like an A, B, and a C. Now, is that C finished? I don't think it is. And we need 5 waves in that C. We got 1, 2, 3. This looks like 4 right here, coming down for 5. I think we haven't broken the high here, and it looks like this is reversal type area. So I think we're coming down here for the 5th wave. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's my hypothesis. That's going to be supported by a Litecoin move to the bottom as well. So do we have that one more push to the downside? I think we do still. Structure is still supporting it, but do the fibs support it as well as the Elliott Wave structure? Well, this has been a really tough wave to measure because when we measure this, this only comes to the 786. I don't like that. And this is super deep. This looks like a corrective structure, just shortened, probably a W wave, maybe. Having a hard time this morning. If this whole thing is a big W, X wave and then a Y wave, we should be looking at targets to the upside before down of potentially 11,053 to 11,351. That's a potential way to fib it. If I fib it from here to there, we're looking at 10,700 to 10,968. Basically 11,000 for all intents and purposes. Which one is it? I don't know. I really don't know. It just depends on what this wave does here. But basically, I'm still looking for another push to the downside, even if we come back up to this trend line. I've drawn this trend line right here. We might come back up and touch structure right here. That's a potential point here at 10,900. That's a really good point to possibly come up and retest. That would be coming back to structure, back to structure. That's a potential, and then we go down for a fifth wave. I'm not certain that that's going to happen. I'm just talking about possibilities with you, okay? All right, let's take a peek here and see what we can see in the small wave and see what this last wave is measuring like in the 15-minute chart. See if there's any clues that'll help us here. We've got, see right here's our swing low. We've got our first swing. We came up to the 1276 region and have bounced off it. We did not break this high. That is corrective in shape. It looks like it's 5 waves finished to the upside. Looks like a good ABC. Looks like we have another push to the downside to come. Here's my only problem with that. Though it looks like that, here's my only problem with that. Right here, this wave right here measures correctively. If I put the fibs on that, it's corrective in shape. Right there. Came down to the 1276 and bounced. And then we got a 1276 bounce here. Here's what I'm thinking could be taking place, guys. Here's what I'm thinking could be taking place. We might have a big WXY. Basically, we could have bottomed here. Okay, this might be the bottom. We could have a WXY going on, and what we have is something like this. Let me see if I can draw it. Here's our W wave. Okay, now we're making our X wave, which is going to be 3 waves to the downside like that, and then we're going to have another 3 waves to the upside. So really, we got three threes. We got basically 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're looking for 1, 2, 3 to the upside. What that would do in the grand scheme of the count would be that would give us possibly ABC with a C finished. Then we got ABC to the upside or a 3 wave to the upside. And this is what we've been calling for in our macro count. And what that would be potentially is this. Not that. A, B, C, which would finish out our WXY pattern. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, guys. Looking for maybe another hit to the low, but not, and then 3 waves to the upside and then down. And that actually is a perfect Elliott Wave structure right there, and that's potentially what's being formed right now. Tonight in the live stream, we're going to look at this in detail. We're going to see what the day of trading gives us. We'll look at this in detail. I've got to go meet with my church body and just give priority to that as well. But tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we'll do a live stream and see what's going on. Till then, you guys have a fantastic Sunday. Don't forget the God who made you. He's worthy. And yeah, we'll talk to you tonight. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.